Please be advised that the law firm of Osen & Associates, which specializes in prosecuting Nazis, terrorists, banana importers, and local synagogues, has been made aware of plans to depict a member of this firm in a negative light. We have no objection. But if, in the course of this video, suggestions are made, directly or indirectly, which impugn the character of the firm, suffice it to say we know people, and they know people, and they are not good people. Govern yourselves accordingly. Kesher. You probably think you know the full story. It's an Orthodox synagogue located in Englewood, or Tenafly, or whatever. It was birthed in the shadow of well-established neighbors Ava Torah and East Hills Synagogue. Lacking for many years a suitable physical home, Kesher overcame the odds and has produced double-digit membership growth in a decade for an otherwise stagnant market. It's also the story of a beautiful new building that replaced a tiny blue house that was way too elegant to be knocked down. But beneath the surface lies another story, a human interest tale about a determined leader guided by midot, a tough-as-nails builder focused on the end result, and of course, their spouses. But that particular story is not necessarily as clear as you might have thought. That story tonight on 6 Minutes. Like all the best stories, this one is about real estate. Our story begins in 2000, in the basement of this modern house, when 8 families left New York City by boat to raise their children in the fresh suburban air. Like pilgrims, they sailed across dangerous currents to arrive in a more tolerant, if somewhat backwards land. Separated from culture and their families, these young couples set out to procreate as fast as possible, before the winter set in. They were largely successful, though some did not make it. Unable to attract new adherents, the young family signaled for their relatives to follow and join the ranks. In time, their numbers grew and the basement was no longer sufficient, so they bought a building, and this is where the plot thickens. A small group of elder members gathered quietly to plot a long-term expansion strategy. The group bought an adjacent house and knocked it down. Under President Rosenberg, design and fundraising efforts began, and before ground was broken, Rebecca Tobin succeeded Morty as the new president of Kesher. She asked Jeremy Teicher to lead the building committee.
Jeremy's probably the toughest guy we know at Kesher.
Not the bar is high, but he exceeds it.
Jeremy tore down 25 trees in one house in Englewood, and they formed the Shaded Tree Initiative because of him.
I didn't know that.
As we were transitioning to this exciting and new phase in the shul, we were looking for someone with exemplary midot who was dedicated, invested, kind, community-minded, and all signs pointed to Rebecca. She was perfect for the job.
Rebecca was chosen to succeed me as Kesher president because we really thought that she had all the attributes of the ideal leader for such a warm community like Kesher. And it really seemed like she just loved every person that she met.
That is the story they want you to hear. But our 6 Minutes team of reporters dug a little bit deeper, and what we found was surprising.
Growing up, was Jeremy a tough guy?
Tough guy? No way was he a tough guy. He used to get dressed up randomly as Boy George and walk around the house laughing and doing his thing. Not only that, what he also did was he got dressed up in a bikini bathing suit. Take a look at this bikini. Does this look like a tough guy? He wasn't a tough guy.
We've had a long history of being worried about how social she might be.
Rebecca?
Yes, indeed. Very withdrawn child.
That's incredible. That's how I would have described her husband, Ari.
Well, no, it was the opposite. When she married Ari, we were so happy. Finally, we thought that she could really be more outgoing to follow in his footsteps.
I had heard Kesher elected a woman as president. I mean, a woman. So, I was myself president of East Hill Synagogue. I figured I would call her to give her some advice. You should see the mouth this woman had. She told me, if those crazy liberal keep that piece of blue house, they can.
The heroes of this story come with partners in crime who unconditionally support them and dare to love them.
In our family, the woman makes it seem like it's the man that is running the show. But they really don't realize it, that it's the women that is running the show. They just do what we want. Right, Raymond?
Yes, dear.
Tell me what Ari was like as a boy.
Well, from the very beginning, he was a social butterfly. Couldn't get enough of having kids over, always wanting to be surrounded by his friends. Rebecca is a wonderful young woman.
Sort of.
Oh, no, definitely. A lovely young woman. Smart and bright. I wouldn't say that people are her thing, but that's okay. It takes all kinds, doesn't it?
When preparing for this story, neither Jeremy nor Rebecca would agree to speak with us, and neither would their spouses, Leslie and Ari. But we were able to catch up with their kids, and that's when the story got a whole lot more interesting.
Hi guys, congratulations on your parents being honored by Kesher.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's really incredible that we have this wonderful new building which your dad built, and it really just seems like he was able to build that. Just such a tough guy, so determined. He really just blew through all the obstacles and got the building done.
Wait, tough guy?
Our dad?
No.
I think you're mistaking that for our mom.
Wait, your dad's not a tough guy?
No.
Not at all.
Like, I hear whimpers in the morning. I think it's Shay, but it's my dad when he has to get out of bed.
Wait,
Our mom is the man of the house.
your mom is known for being like really social and outgoing. She just must love people, huh?
No, my dad loves people.
Wait, your mom doesn't love people?
No.
So isn't she the one who's always inviting people over for Shabbat lunch?
My dad's always inviting people over and my mom's always complaining that she wants them to leave.
Your mom loves people, right?
No, she hates people.
What? I thought she likes people.
My dad loves people, though.
Your dad likes people?
Yep.
So it's your dad who always wants to have people over and not your mom?
Yeah, he always loves to have people over.
And what does your mom say when your dad wants to have people over?
She said, no, 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 don't let them come in.
Reggie, does your mom like people?
No.
Does your dad like people?
Yes.
A lot?
Yes.
So there you have it. The true story of a street tough shul president with a mouth of a sailor, a sensitive builder with a heart of gold, and the spouses that kept them both in line. All four deserving of this honor, despite some questionable personality quirks along the way. Until next time, I'm Barbara Walters.